The little girl with the big voice. When I was a kid, I used to ride in the car with my mama and my sister, blasting the radio, singing along as loud as we could. In our house, music was everywhere. Mama was a singer and Daddy played the drums. Music made me come alive. I dreamed of being a singer just like Mama. When we sang, she sounded like a beautiful bluebird, soft but strong. But when I opened my mouth to speak, a little girl's voice came out. I sounded like a teeny tiny squeaky mouse. I would do anything to avoid speaking in class. In middle school, I was embarrassed of my squeaky voice. I tried to keep quiet. Kids made fun of my voice. They bullied me. Some kids made fun of my name. What kind of name is Way? They asked. Did your parents make it up? My name is pronounced Way, but it looks a little bit like the word we. I replied, Way means diligent and committed in an African language called Swahili. Sometimes I ignored the bullies. Other times I just walked away. Bullying comes in many forms. It's not always pushing and hitting someone. Words can really hurt too. My name gave me the strength and confidence to survive each day. I was committed to not letting people and their words hurt me. I wanted to be strong and not give in to bullies. Still, I was sad. So you see her walking away sad? I tried hard to fit in. I tried pinching my nose to make it smaller. I was too thick to fit into the cool clothes on dress down day. And dress down day, I never got it right. No one wanted to be my friend. I ate lunch alone in the bathroom. I was desperate to stop the bullying. So I tried to get my classmates to pick on someone else so they would leave me alone. A girl named Charmaine was even quieter than I was. She didn't play with anyone. She had no friends. She just sat by herself. Charmaine was so weird. I said to the other kids, but saying this didn't make me feel better at all. I was just as mean as the kids who picked on me. I was being a bully, and I felt horrible. No one should pick on another person, ever. Charmaine was very interesting to me. She spent hours drawing patterns of her notebook. Can you show me how to do that? I asked one day. She didn't say a word. She just tore a sheet of paper and shared her colored pencils. And soon I started coloring with her. Finally, I had a friend. In the middle school, I didn't want to draw any attention to myself. I'd hoped the bullies would just leave me alone. One day my school had a talent show. I wanted to sing, but I didn't want to give the other kids any reason to pick on me. I was scared to participate. Finally, I got the courage to perform in front of the whole school. And I decided to sing Alicia Keys' Superwoman. Because of that is how I wanted to feel, strong and confident, like a superwoman with a big S on my chest. Well, the kids at school freaked out when they heard me sing. No one expected a little girl to have such a deep, low singing voice. Getting up and singing in front of the whole school, however, did not make me popular. It reminded me of what was really important, my music. Says she sounded so cool. Still, bullying made me feel bad. Sometimes I even thought of changing schools to avoid bullies. But when I sang, I felt strong and confident. When Daddy suggested that I enroll in a program to improve my singing, I wasn't sure what to do. I don't need another bunch of kids picking on me. I told him I was afraid that I would be bullied there too. But I didn't want to give in to the bullies. I was going to be stronger than they were. But guess what? These kids didn't make fun of my name or even my funny speaking voice. Many of them were also misfits of their own school. I made a lot of new friends, and I wasn't being bullied anymore. But I remember what it felt like. Soon, I even started writing songs about bullying. Daddy heard me playing one of my songs and he started crying. You have to put it out there, he said. Your music is different. One day, on the first day of high school, I was anxious to start over. I wanted to make a good impression. I wanted to fit in with the other students. I wore bright red lipstick and eye makeup and my hair straight. Wow, red lipstick, said one of the boys to me. Do you wear that every day? No. Do you want to dress that way? Really? Why don't you dress the way you really are? And that's how I met my best friend, Izzy. Izzy and I vibed off each other. He said I was gorgeous. No one ever called me that before. In drama class, I played his music, and he helped my troublesome son. Sometimes he snuck into the theater's dressing room with our friends and talked for hours, even had a secret handshake. So they became friends. This is the picture of them two. I was happy being in high school. I had many friends. I continued to improve my singing voice. I found mentors like my voice teacher, Miss Yolanda, who challenged me often, giving me songs performed by singers 3 times my age. I can't sing, I once complained. It was too hard. But Miss Yolanda taught that nothing was too hard if you practice. I even got the nerve to sing at the amateur night at Harlem's legendary Apollo Theater. Many famous performers got their start there on amateur night. Michael Jackson and jazz singer Ella Fitzgerald. Nobody knew who they were when they walked on that stage the first time. Look at that great picture of them too. Singing at the Apollo was the scariest moment of my life. And for the first time, I was going to sing in front of an audience of strangers. And I was only 16 years old, so I had to compete with the grown-ups. At the Apollo, people in the audience yelled if they didn't like you. They could even boo. And when you do, a man dances on stage with a broom and he sweeps you right off the stage. Every seat was filled in the audience. I was backstage nervously waiting my turn. What if I open my mouth and nothing comes out? When I heard my name, ladies and gentlemen from Harlem, New York, Way McDonald. As I walked on stage, I rubbed famous tree stump for good luck. It's superstitious and everybody does it. I planted my feet in the middle of the stage, then everything went blank. I don't remember singing at all. I don't even remember seeing the audience, but I heard the applause. I won first place. This was her singing. Now I was feeling more confident every day. I had always dreamed of being a singer, but could it actually happen? I knew I still had to work hard to make my dreams come true. And one day, Daddy did something a little crazy. He secretly sent a recording of me singing a song to a producer in the television show, The Voice. I was invited to the audition. There were so many people in the waiting room. Each one would stand up, sing, and practice. Some of them were just show-offs. I just sat there watching. They tried to coax me to sing, and Daddy whispered, "Don't get up unless you have to go to the bathroom." Guess what? None of those people made it to the show. So it happened. My biggest moment had arrived. After many hours, days, years of practice and auditions, on August 21st, 2016, I waited breathlessly backstage on The Voice. Millions of people were tuned in around the country to see my debut. I was so scared. I was shaking. I couldn't even chicken out. This was my dream, and what if I messed up? With Alicia Keys as my coach, I felt strong. She was like a big sister. She taught me that on the show and in life, I didn't need to be anybody but my true self. Many people loved my singing. One viewer wrote online, "This performance is divine." Another wrote, "I loved every performance." Others started writing mean and nasty things about me after watching my videos on YouTube. Some didn't like my singing. They called me names and made fun of my voice. I trembled. I was being bullied again, but this time, online bullying. How could people be so mean and hurtful? I made a decision that day that I have to, and I've stuck to it, that I don't read those online comments anymore. It doesn't matter what other people think of me as long as I believe in myself. Being on The Voice was like being on a whirlwind. It was hard work and not very glamorous. Week after week, the competitions of the show got fiercer and fiercer, and I didn't know if the judges would vote for me to continue or not. But with my friends and family sitting in the audience, I knew that it was going to be okay. Finally, months after my debut performance, the judges made their selection out of thousands of singers who applied. I came in third place. Third place was good for me. My goal wasn't to win, but to see how far I could go. I was better than I thought I could be. When I finally returned home, Izzy, his friend from high school, stood on top of his car holding a speaker above his head, and he was blasting my voice, singing "Feeling Good" for everyone to hear. Yes, I finally found my voice, and my dreams were coming true. I have confidence now. Nothing can stop me. Everything is possible. No one's voice is truly little, not even mine. The end. And that is The Little Girl with the Big Voice. Now, she does have a song, and we're going to listen to it as well. Or you can tune into it. I'll make sure to put it on the link below. Thank you. Bye now.